This is verse 22 of the 12th chapter, Gospel of John. We have the situation where some Greek-speaking individuals, presumably Gentiles, that's certainly the implication John gives us here, rather than Greek-speaking Jews, part of the diasporate. But one way or another, assuming Greeks, assuming Gentiles, they came to Philip, because apparently Philip was the most approachable, or maybe the handiest, and they indicated that they wanted to see Jesus. We don't know exactly the reason why. They probably had prior opportunities, but for some reason at this particular moment after the triumphal entry, they have a peculiar interest in speaking with Jesus. Maybe they heard Jesus say in connection with his activities in the temple that this is supposed to be a house of prayer for the nations. You've made it a den of thieves. We don't know. But one way or another, they've come and made the request. So Philip, having received the request, now takes it to Andrew, and that's what John describes for us here. So we have erketai. This is from erchomai. I come, third person singular, present active, indicative. So erketai, he comes. Ho Philippos. This is the nominative, of course, the name for Philip, and the definite article commonly used. So he comes, the Philip, kai, the connective, and lege, and says, third person singular, present active indicative from lego, I say. So he comes, Philip, and says, and then in the dative, so it's the indirect object. So he says, to Andrea, to Andrew. This is the dative singular masculine article, and then the dative of the name Andrew, Andrea. Erketai, and the sense of it here is he tells him the request that he's received from the Greeks, of course. So erketai, same word as here, he comes. Andreas, now in the nominative, functioning as the subject of the verb. Kai, Philippos, also in the nominative, in tow as well, so Andrew comes. And Philip, kai, the connective, legusen, third person plural, present active indicative of lego, I say, and they say. And then again, the indirect object, to Jesu, and say to Jesus. In other words, tell Jesus the request that's been heard, received now from the Greeks. And it's to that request that Jesus will give his quite famous response that we're going to see in the subsequent verses here.